With the council, una live from Houston, Texas. Me na una host and presenter Elizabeth Kefwe Fabe Nilgembe. Today we go talk about very hard topics, and this topic here is so hard because now the outcome of Sierra Leone, now the big allejo of Sierra Leone, now the master sabi person na Sierra Leone, now the person this we don't really make Salone governable. Now the person this way don't turn Salone now the world map, and not so nobody would they talk about now how the world, when I say the world, the whole world view President Bio. Until we see how inside these 3 years where President Bio don't be president, how it don't turn Salone. We don't see inside these 3 years how President Bio don't take Salone to a level where we know they expect. We don't see inside these 3 years where President Bio, the world leaders, China, America, England, name but a few, how they not honor him. We don't see how President Bio don't really turn Sierra Leone into a country where we waiting at the diaspora. Yeah, we're so proud of. It don't make now, I go dance, say, I get a flight where they come out Senegal. President Bio don't make at the proud say, me picking where they Sierra Leone, they get visa for camp. Because until we be know under the previous government how them be make Salone, them banned we from visa for Canada, America, and how them be don't make Salone people they waiting at the other diaspora countries then, how them be don't become so unimportant. But President Bio under in leadership, we see how people then they don't become so sexy inside Sierra Leone. We don't see how people then, the name of Sierra Leone not become so sexy in the international world. Ms. Salone Fambo then, inside today on show, we they talk about President Bio, how the world view him. And for sake of that, again with me super big allegios, and then big allegios there, they know plenty. Two of them, now we always get this show. When Mr. Pearl Kroma, Rachel Honor, and today I get one big allegio with now another big man at SFPP. When we brother Albert Jusso. Albert Jusso now one big Salone People's Party man, and instead of make a name na the social media. So for sake of that, we all go can today, we go can discuss about how this world, the whole world view President Bio as a president of Sierra Leone, or as an individual, or as a personality. We don't turn Sierra Leone to a better place. We don't turn Sierra Leone to a very sexable country where people then they admire right now. Unity, we there on Facebook Live as I talk to you. We get we page, when a Unity page, you can also go there and see what we do with activities then. We get a YouTube channel. Go on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, because some man not get Facebook because of maybe their work history or their work restriction, but then can able go on live YouTube. We get we YouTube channel. We get an app. That are the good news now where they cancel now. We get an app where they try for Punado anytime soon. And Unity with they try for reach now the whole world. Like I tell you now, any side where you in this world, as long as you get internet, even if you not get internet, we they try for make you lead you to another way where you go listen to Unity, where you go listen to what President Bio they do, where you go listen to the development of Sierra Leone, because that's now we aim. We waiting at the diaspora, we not go do anything if we not try for develop Salone. For sake of that, like I tell una click and like we page na Facebook, una follow we on YouTube, and subscribe to the channel. We go come with plenty other things, and we get a lot of programs that we can Canada. So for sake of that, I want to give una quick music break. Wise, I they give una the opportunity for long na share. Then when I come, I go come with me fambo then inside. This now with signature music. When a Unity Broadcasting, waiting we stand for. When I stay tuned, why soon they continue for share, and they get me guessing ready, oh the kanyaka, how the world it really the view about President Bio. When I stay tuned.
Unity Broadcasting Television don't come for unify, sensitize, and inform Salone people home and abroad. Broadcasting TV don't come.
For development now we country TV.
Unify, sensitize, and inform we all.
For development
broadcaster for Unify, sensitize and inform Sierra Leoneans home and abroad. We dey here so for talk, but wait.
All right, Mr. Lomfam, with that music not go down, but we go continue for listening to Ram anytime where we can this medium, because now we signature tune that and we want for tell una wait till Unity stand for the programs the way we get now. Like I tell una click that like button, share so that the last person where they Kobolia, Mafoki, Pejewa, Karina, they go able for come and listen waiting. We they talk about President Bio today, how the world view. For sake of that, like I tell una, I get inside the show now. The Master Alejo then when they go can introduce themselves. I want to start with you, Mr. Big Alejo. When are you come inside today for the very first time? Abajusu, introduce yourself to with Salon Family the way they watch you right now in Kenema District.
Good evening, Mr. Salon people there, and good afternoon, some parts of America. Good morning, around Australia. And Unakushe. Mina Albatinga Jusu, Adena Boston, New England. As the presenter say, Mina a hard core member of the Australian People's Party. And Alkaya today will share with we all the kind role where President Bio don't play for shape leadership, not just in Sierra Leone, but around the world. The kind way where other leaders they admire the leadership qualities of President Bio. We'll get more of that when the segment begins. Thank you.
All right, that's now we brother Albert Jusu. When the very first time this way you don't join this show, we tell them plenty. Thank you for that quick introduction. Now I they go again, so we brother when brother Per tell we Salon Fambude Adu before we start this good topic.
And thank you very much, Madam Moderator. A family, this now una brother, this now una Pekin, this now una Paddy Pel Koroma, Adena United States. My sister, they give me opportunity today for make her able to share the knowledge and understanding with people there why the international community get respect for President Bio. Thank you.
All right, that's now we brother pair. Now we get this station here. So anytime so far we una see and una know say in a big Alejo inside Unity Broadcasting. Now I go to my sister, the only beautiful Jerome sister. Sister Rachel, introduce yourself.
If I'm una do, mina Rachel una all know me say mina staunch SLPP supporter. We there today for talk about President Bio and also the SLPP government. If you see me in any show, nothing about SLPP and about the government of Sierra Leone.
All right, Rachel Hona gets so much passion for SLPP. Now the one of the big Alejo then this way has so much get respect for. This lady go there na social media for the whole day. It try for defend SLPP. So like he say any side una see am na SLPP business na they do. So Miss Salon Fambo then I tell una plenty thank you. Like I say, I want una share and I really want we discuss this topic here. I go also give una opportunity. Whilst we go, I go open the phone line for just 3 callers, then 3 big lucky callers. Then you will lucky the number there on the screen. Wait till they discuss for make you give you points and make you able to give you view about that. 3 lucky callers. But as I say before I open the phone line, I will give the rules and the restrictions to that calling. 3 lucky callers when I get set when I go say and when I continue for day with we until the end of the show because this today a very hard topic so they talk about and 3 lucky callers go be very lucky for me to add their voice to wait till we they talk now. So brother Albert, I want to start with you. You don't see how President Bio done there at the whole world. And as we they see in the screen, at the bottom of the screen, when they see President Bio, some of the activities then where he don't do around the world, some of the visits then where he don't do all over this world, and we don't see how people then the viewer, we don't see the respect where he don't bring can at Sierra Leone. What thing are you take on that, brother Albert? I want to start with you first.
Yeah, thank you very much, Sister Elizabeth. President Bio in accomplishment and admiration from the world. Now, discussion will not be for exhaust today. Make I just, if we all remember 2019, just after President Bio don't become president, I think in April of 2019, the Technology, Entertainment and Design Platform, TED in Vancouver, Canada, they invite him as the only sitting head of state at that time. Only sitting head of state for make it go and deliver a leadership style, a leadership quality to the world, for other world leaders then. This was because when President Bio will become president, when he established the DSTI directorates, that was the first in Africa, the first president for make science and technology for raising up to that standard. So world leaders they be so much admire this that they want for learn from him. Then I mean they invite him. They say come, will they give the platform at the time when the whole world they look at you, make you share with us how you do this and how it benefits the country. And when President Bio go there, he gave an eloquent testimony to his leadership and received rounds of applause from across the world. So that are just one area. Other area where we overlook, we make President Bio a champion. Now, when he criminalized rape, he put him as put him under a state of emergency and established courts for try anybody with tamper with child picking. President Bio became a champion for the he and she program. I mean, it right across the globe. And President Bio now one of the champions then of that agency. So the man they don't do so much. These are just the one the way will happen within the first year of a presidency. Will not come in towards the third year. They are just within the first year of a presidency. That within that short time, it moves Sierra Leone from a laughing stock to an admirable idol. Within that short time, it make the presidency in Sierra Leone, it becomes a reference point for others then for copy. Thank you.
Okay, I tell you plenty. Thank you. You said the thing don't just sweet me. I just want to let you go over and over. But I forget say we get another, people that inside. So now let I come to you, Sister Rachel. We don't see President Bio. He don't do all this. The recent one, because one begin from the recent one before we go to the later one. We see where President Bio go now England. We see how it becomes so admirable to the British Prime Minister. We see how President Bio, under the leadership of in Manifesto, we see how the world views Sierra Leone. Sister Rachel, I want to rub much more before we begin go further into this discussion.
Well, then they say where you didn't you somewhere not honor you, but when you go outside, people the way they respect you for what you don't do will honor you. And then they go to the recent and they take from Dubai.
Okay.
What thing be happen at Dubai where we say global world leaders then be did and take president and make a global icon. That was in 2020, just last year. We go Dubai na Abu Dhabi sustainable week where then be gets where it go the way they see what then do that global week where then gets they make a global icon. For less somebody within West Africa as a leader go and they make a global icon. Now because of what he don't do and the things that we don't achieve in our country, what they see I'm saying that tangible evidence the way they for let issue say what he don't do so he do am. Also we go now that weekday we see how they enhance the energy effort. People they make cry lots when they see the internet. People they say we not get lights, we not get this every day they come right on internet. We know they see that again, we know they hear that again because of all those things they market say people in our social media where they grumble but things that I say no. Development are a process and when I process it take time. And also when it take time you get for trust the process because I new direction. When they come for carry reverse, what the past government don't do. Also, we take them now to the COVID, where it comes to the big boost where they give for quick action economic recovery plan, where they do, where World Bank give money inside June. All the money where they go get together is just inside June now $253 million now get. And that $253 million is divided where IMF give it 10 million, EU and give it 10 million, and the 143 million now we get from World Bank. This now all money we come together where they give to the government after where them feel see say the COVID, even though we own country, that's so much affected with the COVID. But because I know what we don't happen to, we do the Ebola time and other things then. And when the government kind of power, what the government do during transition period, then see that they make a commission of inquiry. After that commission of inquiry, then they try for retrieve the money the way then they get from all the one way they don't see the money from the past government there. The sole losers and that's I call it the criminal people, they wouldn't be there in country, wouldn't call themselves politician. Their money then they with some of party people they say, oh now go jail them. No, this is government who believe in democracy, who believe in system. And when you do the system, and that's when they look at international committee and they watch you see now yeah, people don't thief, even to Donald Trump. When I see how they do them systematically, they go to the courts, then go to the Senate, then sit down and see say something not right. You know, just go put somebody in a cell. But people in the pay, they know they can't announce them, but then they pay with the sit down and the reporter. They can't get the exact amount where the anti-corruption commission and commission don't receive just from these corrupt officers. So all the money anyway they try to forget that, and we get a one system account who say every money all the money they go. So just in June, this are just in June, I'm not coming to July because they give the people the chance when they come back. Now they are $253 million just for COVID. You know they pay on the road. What European Union give, we work for car elaborate on that day. Almost money we get from the road. What to use them? The national authorizing office, how then disburse them? What to say this going now? How this going to the north? How this going to the south? We there for the people that know what's happen. And now international committee feel about the president and feeling for say this government where they empower and they do what they want for do. It's not about shouting, say government don't thief. It's not about government don't thief. But if you don't know what the government they do with all their money there, make one of the watch so now therefore go to see pictures them, go see event them. This now see the way they can give food and allow the life prosperity will judge with. But we are Sierra Leonean there. We are not just only a Sierra Leonean, we are a young Sierra Leonean growing up for see that we country go before. I yield.
I tell you plenty. Thank you, Sister Rachel. You know, Sierra Leoneans then, would that conscious of waiting they go on in eyes then go be open, but would that naive to waiting they go on in eyes then go be closed. So the one then we're really conscious of waiting they go on, their eyes then open and we they move because we aim na for let we push Salon go before. We aim na for let Salon continue for be sexy out there. We aim na for let President Bio continue for rule and SLPP and SLPP. So now, Brother Pearl, I want to come to you next. You don't hear it from waiting with two guests that don't say. Waiting that you hear you own Rob Mott to that before we go further.
Thank you very much, Madam Moderator. Where my sister Rachel they talk at the smile. Where you get Paddy, waiting make you Paddy go respect you. Now your actions, how you conduct yourself in a society, and that make you Paddy will respect you. President Bio made a campaign for the 2018 elections. They promised the people of Sierra Leone, so they take we back to the international stage. If we can all go recall, now Sierra Leone, now God make will change APC. If we not change APC, the country for them collapse at this particular time, by this particular time. Because Rachel they talk about the money World Bank don't give. Rachel they talk about the money where IMF don't give. What to do? APC government they don't trust but come on in financial institutions there. They don't pay debts. They must see that they point all. Before we are going to elections, World Bank then close up. IMF then close up in Freetown. They stop for giving money in Sierra Leone. But President Bio it shows seriousness. What he promised the people of Sierra Leone, the system President Bio is determined. The first thing what President Bio do, where he make sure say we get one account as a country. Whether one that international system be tell APC for men and do so that they go for control finances, they not do harm, so that they go get access to continue for country money. But for best practice, what President Bio adhere to that, institute the one treasury board will make all the money that they go. Based on that, and the Baku debt, where APC being take, where President Bio is responsible for the debt, they begin to pay them for the debt thing. Now, he make World Bank the respect we, now he make IMF the respect we, now he make ADB the respect we. See, they're ready for giving money so that we will develop with country. Then the fight where President Bio take against corruption. United Nations, there's a day when they make sure say they create awareness that the whole world about corruption. This fight President Biya don't take against corruption. No other African leader ever do that money. Like clear line to the international system that President Biya ready for maintain peace and stability in country. The kind where we commissioner when they fight corruption in Sierra Leone, now make we get MCC today $400 million. Now that will work to us with the United Nations, I mean with United States of America for that and give you that money. America not the left person for nothing. Then got your standards of what you get for maintain. President Biya don't show the whole world, especially the United States, that now a serious partner in development. They don't fight corruption, they index on human rights, they high up here. Now the reason that they make today, President Biya died with the United States. Anything we ask for the United States, then they gear MCC 400 million with a get them $210 million for energy. America said I'm give it because President Biya is a serious leader. Very recently, the Foreign Affairs Minister in Canada, America, he meets with when the Shaman, when the Deputy Under Secretary of State, when the Shaman he called President Biya world leader. And they hope to President Biya for continue for create the leadership of Africa and the whole world, not for Nazi. Now because President Biya is a serious leader, President Biya determined for make sure they maintain best standard, how for rule country, not for can thief the people there, not for can death and corruption, not for bring shame come to the people there. I tell you, thank you, my sister.
All right, Brother Pearl, eloquently discussed. Thank you so much. Now, Sierra Leone family, then I want for make una indicate who say una they really watch you from, because like I tell una the aim for which would they really bring on this program to una now for we make the last person at the village able for know. So in that case, please, una where they watch you, una just put on the screen watching from. If na Sierra Leone they watch from, or any parts of Salon or any parts of the government, the world, just indicates na the screen say na they watch with, so that we go know say waiting we they discuss na ya as how the world view President Biya as the Sierra Leone president. They go far and wide, and when I say they say I see somebody they say they watch from Makeni, another person say they watch from Bont Island. That they show say we want they go far. So thank you, Brother Pearl, for that. Now, Brother Albert, make a count to you. Even though you don't talk about education, but I want to let you dive more in depth into this education, because we don't see how President Biya, through in Minister of Education, basic education, more in a senge doctor. Now, don't let me try to be in. We don't see how it don't bring an tremendous development. It don't bring an app or a system where parents are not going for pay money again, like today when they go to Napna line and they buy forge scratch card where they go don't use, and then try for put a plaster or whatever silver coat on her again and resell them. We don't see how that don't happen. We don't also see where President Biya under in leadership. We don't get a dictionary app now where you picking them before. For let you get quick information about dictionary or quick information about a word, it will be difficult. Pass you begin open a whole book. Now at the palm of your hand through technology, then they all don't happen. I want to let you rub much more about that, please.
Thank you very much, Elizabeth. This is a very fertile area, education, human capital development. That's I mean, I will do my best for see how much I go for exhaust. You see, President Biya will talk about how the world they view him. In summary, President Biya are the kind of president who they think locally and acts globally. They think locally and acts globally. Because all the time they do now with this strategy they do one, but they enjoy international recognition to such an extent that other world leaders may feel for bringing a calm on board. You talk about education, where we just conclude the Global Education Summit. Before this time, I don't know how many of we may know say there is a summit held every year called Global Education Summit. I don't know how many of we know. President Biya don't make that will become a common currency on the lips of academics and intellectuals today. And how did they do it? Now, because of, just as you said, they get a dynamic and vibrant Minister of Education. Now, we will go to school in those days. We know how strenuous it was. I be the worker from Coronation Field to Bo Commercial Secondary School every day, sometimes twice a day if I get to go for class in the evening. I know how difficult it was for them people able to raise money for paying the school fees. And of course, how difficult it been there for write public exams. Now, I wish at that time I will get boss when they take me to school and bring me come back. I wish at that time people don't be the struggle for raise money for pay school fees. I wish at that time that WAEC nobody exploit my family because I want to see the results. That have been a very big issue. You don't write your exam for them make you able to see your results. You get for pay. Some people are going to travel from one end of the town of the country to another end. Let's see that village, that village is somewhere around Bond or Matru. You go for travel to go for get internet. Yes, buy scratch card and go through other hoodoo. But with this smart guy, Dr. Mwina Senge, he come with this app. When you say you go left at the most remote part of Sierra Leone, all you need now phone, not complex phone, no, just regular phone. Now that's what you need. You put in that code, you don't get your results, you don't get the school where the begins it for, you don't get the information about when they conduct an interview, everything at the palm of your hand. So they lift a lot of burden from the school picking them and the family them. They risk for travel from one end of the village to somewhere else where people forget internet. And then even the money for pay, all that they don't cut above. And then talk about the dictionary. It is so interesting. Really? So interesting that you get any kind of phone free, you just put in the code, the one where you want, they give you the meaning. And so another thing they had, when President will establish, we make the Global Education Summit. They say no, we don't go allow only Sierra Leone for benefits from their country there. Let this president can share with we this mission so that it could be a vision for other countries. Let me make a final stand at the Global Education Summit as one of the few leaders will invite for in-person interaction. And interestingly, go look at that picture between President Bill and Boris Johnson, the British Prime Minister. Body language speaks a lot. It speaks a lot. Look at their body language. Critique that body language. What do they see? You see a Boris Johnson with a confidence, trust in somebody and the person way they talk to. They know that this way this person they tell her, it is the gospel truth. They know that a need for learn something from what this person they talk. That's the body language. We don't know what they say, but just look at the body language. You see somebody feel so secured, so confident that I am speaking to somebody who has something to offer to me, something that I may not know.
All right, Brother Albert, I tell you, thank you. As you been they talk, the thing they scroll at the screen, they give you the indication. They tell with Salon Fambu and wait till you they try for express. Then they make her feel so good about President Bill. Now, the thing the way President Bill don't do inside this 3 years is so too much that we're not going to exhaust all. But we go just try for make una really know the in-depth of the most recent one that we don't happen. When I continue for stay with we, like I say, we give opportunity for 3 people then for call. Now I make a bit when I just indicate wherever when they watch we from. Make sure you ready, you phone the number then at the bottom of the screen +34649366503. Put on your phone now where you go able for call on a WhatsApp so that you no go burn your credits more. Now, Sister Rachel, I want to come to you about the road development. You don't see how the recent bridge where they create a lot of problem. I want to let you talk about that. I not really want to name much about that. Where they create a lot of problems, but now we don't see that bridge. They don't almost done. As when I go see at the bottom of the screen, the bridge is almost how many more percentage for making them able for commissioner. I want to tell with Salon Fambu that the road development where President Bill don't make na Sierra Leone, where don't make it don't become an icon again at the world level.
Well, me farm with them. I want to say because of Lekanomo, we me brother don't talk, Mr. Justo don't talk. He say president they do something, they make I don't know the figures they use, but they put into field. They do something with the international community. They ask. The thing where they do now, they draw attention for the international committee. Then can do something. You know what they hear? You say president go beg money to social like other government be they do. But now what they do now, they draw the attention of people. Okay, with this road here, so then we don't start this road here because maybe they put about things the way government be done they do the road constructions them. People that become attack me say now APC we don't start up. We all know say the Mabele Bridge if we don't start in 2018. Then we don't sign the contract where we don't start where president be they in exit that now president Ernest Bai Koroma. But 2018 now they can't sign them because the people that we don't take the decision that we don't move go out. When they can't stand now EU European Union now it take the lead for letting them to start the road constructions. Them. And they do it one by one because but apparently nobody other road. So I don't want to take all this no more.
No, when you get for talk on the road, you know the development and Suboku, so we get for scatter around.
I know, but you go money, you know back.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
We start with the Mabele Bridge. The Mabele Bridge we see say what they do in January. In January, then they do the first phase of the steel beam. Where the picture they show, they show to now because we they see the pictures there because I didn't order set up the camera. That's when they launched the steel beam at the Mabele Bridge where they make alongside the Freetown and the Machaka Highway. Now almost money EU pop that bridge. Now 40.7 million euro. Now they pop just on that bridge. With that bridge, then they lead to the Moyamba Junction and it can also pass. So Freetown and Machaka Road. Where you don't only stop there. That same bridge, Hey, me family there. Let this government no more. Let the government done. Let it does the 2023 election done. They'll win back. Then APC for wait for slow down with development because no one starts to the can't enable for completer. When they don't that bridge where they don't make them, una ask almost when they don't spend that money. They put that bridge. What's in the bridge they do? That bridge it connects. The bridge is spam. It open up to go River Rokel. River Rokel and the bridge make faster. It go to 4,500 kilometer Trans-West African Coastal Highway linking 12 nations from Mauritania to Nigeria. So if that and right now the bridge can start for the start they don't know this December. Then they can start to use them early January 2021 and 2022. So you know what they do them bypass go for pass through Guinea for go na Mauritania, for go na Benin, for go na Gambia. No, for go they use bridge. And that bridge they link to them 12 nations that day. Who get for whose government will go who get for commissioner? Now President Bio. And who they add this national authorizing office? Now Ambrose James. Now all know Ambrose James. What we don't do during the time where we don't come up a war, the NGO that we don't get. The contribution we don't make that the society. That money now they either people don't hear about themselves much. And the picture they no more now they see where they out, so people they see together. So these are the things where they don't see per president, where international committee they spend money, you know, come to the other bridge. So at the end and so forth. Then one thing why we don't see that we first and talk about how the money where the government raise to make international committee and they spend money per the government. We raise 8.7 billion. From the money where the politician and the fake people that we don't thief, then they pay back. What you know because of we own our brother and sister there. We own our one, we come to like a very small country, even though we try for bring out democracy, where we say everybody partake, and also they do the rule of law. Not to all man they pay money, that they can't announce that this person don't pay. But what they tell you they go announce that this person don't free. But this now so they go on at the government and so they happen. The army people there. I heal.
All right, Sister Rachel, I tell you plenty, thank you. Well, certain things and the way they really happen at this government, like I'd say in my introduction, would I really conscious, it go see, but would I naive, it not go see. So we were conscious now, we boku, and now we do continue for move for make sure say Salone become a paradise, and under the leadership of President Bio, we don't become an icon to the world leader. Sierra Leone will be destined for greatness. I tell you, plenty thank you. As soon as they watch we will continue for share so that more people will come inside. Like I say, 3 lucky callers can get for make a call. When I stay set so that as soon as I open the phone line, when I go able to join when I contribution. So Brother Per, make a count to you now. Sister Rachel don't talk about the road development, but even though you dey go into that road development, I wan give you your own question. How you also dey view the energy sector where President Bio don make investors don begin attract to Sierra Leone? I wan let you talk about that. Why she dey rub more small to the road development?
I'll tell you plenty, thank you. Anytime you dey talk about President Bio in party business with the international world, with the international system, international community, I dey feel so good. My sister, by 2016, 2017, before we get into elections, we country under APC where Ernest Krumah been the lead. We na the old monger. Sierra Leone, that they call me old monger. But in all, where we know the trust with money, they give money for development, we be the thief am. As a country under APC. But since President Bio come, he try to bring dignity back to the country. He make sure say we got for stop and continue day. One most important thing where President Bio don't try for stop in that country. Now where business people in the Canada country they ask for commission. Today, with the investment board where President Bio don't set up. Now the COVID now don't stop we. But by that time now Sierra Leone we further enjoy why make we elect President Bio as president. But we still enjoy, we move towards that small. Now because President Bio is a serious government. Nobody not afraid for get in money for development. Because they not say as long as the President Bio is president of Sierra Leone, they will must give back the money. The investment board where they don't set up, today, businessmen very recently in the United States here, they refer to Sierra Leone as a business-friendly country. Because they fly in with the money today in Sierra Leone, with the officer you go, you register your business, you do everything within 1 week. When I never seen a Sierra Leone, before now, when business people that are going to Freetown, they're going to pass 6 months for me to able to register the company in Sierra Leone. When we see the President Krumah become, plenty business people that go to Freetown in Sierra Leone, but they're not able to continue for doing business with we because of bribery, corruption, commission. All my they ask for commission in that country. Now my business partner don't know it. But today, when President Bio president, no more commission in our country. You can Sierra Leone today. You register your business. We get about 30 businessmen when ready for go Sierra Leone at the end of this year. For go start to do business with Sierra Leone. Now just because of the COVID. I come back to the energy sector. Electricity. For bring electricity to Canada, Sierra Leone, now plenty money now one day. As you know, the country not got money at all. The time when President President Krumah will get peace, when he come over, he take over the governance, the country not got no debt. The money when they meet, about $32 million, when they run down Bubuna with the Sheba, the Eater, we all know that Sierra Leone said they take Asha to Cabana court for that money. They end up for even win the government back under the corrupt APC. They accept APC not pay that money they back half. They compensate Asha to back. But they take that money when they go bring electricity to Sierra Leone. They come on back, they go count car power ship. They go, how you count electricity in a country, you go put on a ship. Now that kind of electricity the industries are going to use, and not correct, and not be sustainable at all. The people that are Sierra Leone, the people that are Freetown, now be fraud system nowadays, where APC that be count for we. Not nowadays they bring electricity to the country. It's not sustainable at all. But since President Bio come, when I see the kind of interest we don't put in energy, with small money that will all they gather, they put up education. When 22% of the country money they go to the education sector, we make today we got over 2.6 million people that go to school. The balance money say no, we're not going to develop if we don't get electricity. We're not going to get business people that have if we don't get electricity. President Bio decided he put up a minister, he make it mandatory for say, man, I give electricity to 7 districts in Sierra Leone. As I speak to you, my sister, they don't count with everything, the pole and then now, the transformer and there, we they see the primary chief said, but then are different districts. Over 40 years, they don't ever know what's in their lives. But President Bio make sure say, in the next 6 months, over 7 district headquarter towns, they're going to get lights in Sierra Leone. We're not going to talk about the solar system, but President Bio spread out that the country all over. Light is very important. And because President Bio is a very serious president, the United States government said that they take 25% of that burden whenever President Bio in aid to count lights in Sierra Leone. They made the Sierra Leone $210 million. Not a small money nowadays. Not to all country America they do business with. You therefore qualified in a lot of ways. Before America, the give them money a day. We people that are Sierra Leone will be happy because we get a serious leader when a President Bio. Now make way come is this a new direction. Not to talk no more. Everything what we do and we go for do up in a new direction. It's no more business as usual. The last speech where he in a parliament, he said he want for reset with priorities as a country. Very soon, we're going to begin enjoying the country a day. The international system, they respect President Bio. Now, country not get into the international stage. Sierra Leone is respected. The people of Sierra Leone are respected. We, whether United States here, we know how much the American government value we and we government because of what the President Bio do. The people that are Sierra Leone, now small. We get light, it's not easy. Now plenty money, but President Bio do his best for make sure say we get light in the whole country. But look what the people that do. The people that they burn transformers in Freetown. The vision of President Bio that they do. The vision of SFP that they do. The family them. You wonder when they do this. Someone for people that can send an APC man and they do that kind of thing. And they beg now. Not your SFP people that they do. Now the people of Sierra Leone that they do so. Now when a country that they do so. When they pass and cut cable there. When they thief farm. When for give light to the people of Sierra Leone. When I send a President Bio that they do. Not a President Bio that they do. How we going to sustain this one? If APC that we don't do the light, they don't do the light system. Might be enough for a long time to there for can west of can put other money and the lights again. Now other things for not to concentrate on. Do ya the family? Make could be security for we say. Because all that good thing President Bio the count of country, not for them, but not for them. Not for we all as a people, not Sierra Leone. And they are shown now President Bio can respect the international system, President Bio can respect the United States, President Bio can respect the Russia, President Bio can respect the China, President Bio can respect the United Kingdom, he can respect the Africa again. I could try to talk about the new direction and the direction when they take towards the hands of our gods. That alone, that make us respect the whole world. President Bio is an innovative leader, and they think outside the box and bring something new. But a better country where other countries they try to admire and try to incorporate that into their own system. They try to emulate good things that President do in our country. The family, all what the President Bio they ask for, now peace and security. Make we continue for support what it do. It will bring more goods for we. Now a respectable person is a gentleman, a very proud, a respect himself. You know, and nobody mix up on corruption. And no one mix on corruption. I'm not gonna tell them one thing in the family. President Bio will not be president of Sierra Leone one time. He will not be president of Sierra Leone. So he has a hindsight about that seat whether in a state house. When you see he said they come back, it means something for our country. From country.
All right, Brother Pearl. Brother Pearl, I tell you plenty thank you. If you say you they talk about President Bio, you so much get passion for President Bio in a way that you go talk for a whole hour without even blinking of your eye.
Well, it is not about his humanity. Yes. Now in actions now get passion for.
Exactly.
In love and patriotism. When they exhibit this 3 years time.
Exactly.
That's I get passion for.
Exactly. So I tell you plenty thank you for that. That's not a good one. Sierra Leoneans then development's not a process, not a blink of an eye. Una continue for stay with this government, una continue for support this government. Una even see yesterday or day before yesterday, somebody where we don't come out go na Yom Kale Kande Yom Kela in camp. When I study Bongo, it's still the one who say, Lord, we support President Bio. If we don't vote for somebody else, but now I don't see say developments they can. And a process. So Lord, we all come. Mende man can say, get Gwelenya Lama Kuva. See, many man get a young way they talk. You know, go left him out because they smell. The only way you go do that is Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone, now we get them. If we allow Sierra Leone for make it day in a garbage, then how we Sierra Leoneans then go talk say Sierra Leone. When people they go to the world stage out there, now we see how Madi go represent Sierra Leone at the Olympic. We all been so happy that we get a representative. We get a representation there. So now we continue for put we hand there under Sierra Leone. Now make sure say Sierra Leone be an icon. Sierra Leone be a place where we all go be so happy. When I can talk about from Sierra Leone, I can feel so much proud because that alone they make sure say I get who side I belong, and I get an identity. Now, brother Albert, now I can't tell you now. We don't see President Bio in human rights record where it don't set. Some man they say when I in critics, then they say the man get an abuse of human rights, the man they did. But you know, anything where you they do, if you not get a critics, then you're not a human being. So sometimes we need them critics then for let it shape we more. We don't see where it don't abolish the most recent one where it don't abolish the death penalty. When a very good thing. We party them where be in power over 11 years. They don't even think of that because na side na things and that's during with uncle or with that didn't but the age time where they be they do more of it, so that they kill people than they do FMINA and others, to name them a few. Una we be know about them, una be don't born it. Una tell we about that. So I want to tell with Salon Fambude about this death penalty and the rights of citizenship where this man don't uphold in Sierra Leone.
Yeah, thank you very much, Lizzie. Before I can talk about the admirable human rights record where President Bio don't set, make I just chip in a little bit because this one is a very important. You know, President Bio in recognition, it is filter to every Sierra Leonean. When they respect you, president, they will respect you, safe. Sometime last week, now I read say they do a survey of 150 countries' passports. Salon can 12 out of 150 countries. Salon can 12. So I want to confirm that. I just check online that we passports, their passport with me you to the travel with. Now the 64th most valuable passport in the world.
Wow.
In West Africa, yes, in West Africa, only Ghana, they are ahead of we. In West Africa. Now the 64th most valuable passports in the world for 2021. 2021. So we reach that airport, you pull your passport. That is the impression. I mean, I can't ask for more. So that mean I just that as a make a share with you. With listeners, let them know say yes. The respect where that presidency gets, it is trickled down to everybody with the name Sierra Leonean. Now to human rights record. You know, last start with the criminal libel law. That criminal libel law may so rest in peace. Even Pakaba, he be the fridge for torture. That law they start under Albert Magai and then Milton Magai. If they protect the government, you know, because journalists do not get the right to information. Nobody will be ready for take that risk, for take that law off the books, you know, and expose yourself to all sorts of scrutiny. Nobody, not any president come back. He did not do it. Of course, we former presidents, you know, you can't go with any discussion, etc. But President Buchanan, you know, when he promised in the campaign that he would take that law off the book, some of you know, I mean, even though I'm SFPP, but I had my doubts. But he did it. And today they see, I mean, how people just they talk anyhow. And then come to the death penalty. You know, why a president when somebody don't attempt, as far as we know, for go kill, you know, now in office, we can't take the death penalty off with booklet. Now, okay, no matter what crime you commit, you go jail, you know, go die. And if we can London, then yeah, I wasn't because of that. America today get the death penalty. United States of America, the first democracy in the world, they still get the death penalty. Stay there, they still execute people there. People that as we speak, they're on death row. Yes, they're on death row. Not in Sierra Leone. Can you imagine? Not in Sierra Leone. That irrespective of the crime where you commit, even treason, they catch you, now jail you go. So, the man, if they say life without risk is risky. Maybe President, do you believe in that? Let me take that kind of risk there. Because when Paulo Conte enter the premises of the State House with gun, being an ex-military man, a former Minister of Defense, we're so familiar with all the rules and regulations, with all the protocols. He never left the gun in Motka. He enter inside the water. Can you do that? I mean, on Pennsylvania Avenue, and then after the president can say, "Una left, una free." That speaks volumes to his human rights record. So I mean, a human rights record not they compete with anybody. As we speak, there is not a single political criminal in Sierra Leone, not one. Despite all written no rights about her. No president in the history of Sierra Leone don't suffer so much embarrassment in the eyes of the media reach this president. Nobody. But go ask whether they don't take action against. No.
Okay, brother Jisu, you see, you bring me kind to another thing where I will get for put to with Sister Rachel. But I tell you plenty thank you for that eloquent elaboration. You really make I feel say President Bio has been so muscle, but still it remains for be who he is, because you know certain things then the way people then can say personality, you know, they trail. Personality na innate, and if you dey inside you know they're able to take out of somebody. So I tell you plenty for that. Now Sister Rachel, because brother Albert don't bring me can to this when at the security. We don't see where like Paulo don't do all this, like he say very well, we have been one for Brinkam. Then we don't see they don't catch all the ammunitions then when another one, and we don't see where they don't get army man uniform. Now another one. And but this president is very so steadfast with this in agenda that it will make sure Sierra Leone become a sexy place where it will be governable for everybody. Now waiting that you take on the security system where they gonna salo, even though we critics and get their own way then they say, but waiting that you view about that under the leadership of President Token Dubio.
Well, as I always say, development and government na continuity and inherit people they. Even the way police they do bad and they say na mother bio na innocent. I want na mother bio go dey na state house, so they na also say police say go do this. And when the police and they don't be policeman even before mother bio take power. These are the same attitude and the same thing the way they happen right now. That thing the way they don't happen where the last government be done dey. So this is not about a government. They tell people they for go do bad thing. This is about we as a Sierra Leonean and also the security officers them, the oath and allegiance they take, so the oath they take, and then they adhere to them. Now it comes to the security, why people they say, even to party people they say, mother before don't do this, don't do this. Like how we all they talking about Nayasu, waiting at the thing we make we mother be they ask for help. And what thing they do, now they attract help. And what thing they do, now they ask for help. Because as a democratic country, and taking into consideration, say people may don't they say, oh, this man has so be don't be, so be don't be. We don't know where this man be in a power, where he be in at the other side, where be in a power. We see how discipline be in the country, but now a different way it can have the power. It can't through the ballot box. And when they say rule of law, it get for be rule of law, and citizens get for adhere to the rule of law. Even though you thief, they get for find you guilty. Now a court of law will prove that day before ever then take action. But I tell you, but I remember my boss. But that does not mean say security measures are not in place. So where you be say you know Sierra Leone, you try for doing you that country in a blessed country, security they in place for take care of anybody we want for try for bring mischief na the country. We want for bring the baguna the country because we have country don't they now we no want that day. All on and they do that thing when they do so they forget something we don't come up from no one go there again. Nobody no go one glad for that. We work can you choose Shina SPP, APC, PMDC or NGC. They choose Sierra Leone there. So you they try for bring one at the country, we not get for stop that thing they we not get for adhere to the rules and regulation, not get for listen to authorities there. And also we see other people where they go and say no get guys, no get this. We'll go find out yesterday they try for investigate a call at the IG office. All is not true. There are some little bit skeptical things the way they go on where they say that's not a ball pay fall on the presidency. Government get decentralized system. They get everybody will get the own thing way they perform. Now then people they for perform, then they will for make a government. Government are a system. Even if SPP come on a power, this system of government still there in place, the civil service. The other arms of government, these are people where we say they are there for lifetime, unless otherwise. So if you as a Sierra Leonean, you not be a patriotic citizen, so wait till you they work, who say you they work, you know do then you don't do justice to yourself. That make people that you don't in that country, then they get money, then they live high, at the ending of the day, then picking their family there, then get a generational cost. Because if you there as a leader, you're not able to do what you get for do what go affect generation yet unborn, nice. Now that brings me to the development. And it's way back. We get 55,000. What? Let me just see. 55 million US dollar from China. China give that money there for love get with Abo. What people they say they don't go take money, take people their land, Johnson community, Black Johnson community. Well, so recently we see say President Bill say the landowners then they get for pay them and they pay them and government don't put over 200 man don't put me figure man don't say free 13.76 million billions they don't put for pay them, they don't begin pay them. No, they hear about Black Johnson again. This not thing from 1970 where they depend try for look get this aboya. Hey, APC no one better for who at this country at all. These people they go spend money, they go get a project for them, they can look get an abo, look get a big abo where other vessels that they can't put. People then go eat some fish and go able to eat. We will get a sustainable development because all that they count money at the country. People are not going to cry angry. Things are going to be cheap. Then they go do that though. What of your money? China give 55,000 billion euros so they do that. APC say, oh, before we not go demonstrate, they're not going to Black Johnson. Some people are not even going to salon for almost donkey years. When they overseen and then they champion that day. This kind of wickedness, diabolical wickedness. Now when they give us a no, when they give us that day, because the government don't take that the government don't take that day, you don't adhere to them. It came back to the agro-tech development initiative where the European Union carried. I sent to you the pictures and if they put the picture they're on now. The pictures that we said and they go pepper, okra, all kinds of things will be some local food. And right now, pepper don't go to 10,000 euros for cup. The European Union say no. We don't want to see that no matter go to pepper na Guinea. So the European Union give 100 euro to 200,000 euro to 200 euro initiative for let people they apply. And this application was done by in Zoom. You don't go to the office so you don't look at say if you black or if you're not you're not seeing you local. No. And people are doing it. It's presently going on. And outside they go on. Now between Mashaka and Moyamba, right now the other people that they move. Who are these people? These are the northerners. And then that line there. So you know choose. These are the things that we are talking about. This government is not tribalistic. This government is here for the people. Because the government of the people, by the people, and for the people, now made the people. And when I made the government. And SPP government say hello people party. I know what the people say hello.
All right, Sister Rachel, your passion really I so admire. Sierra Leoneans, if you just join me, like I said, these are hot topics, and the hot topics we talk about President Bill, how the world leaders, how the world view him, how international people then view President Bill as a president or a leader of the most prestigious Sierra Leone, when our country, we motherland where we all the hail. And now I open the phone line. But before I open the phone line, Brother Pearl, I get for cancel you. Now you go for the talk while the phone lines get for open. The number now +1 346 493 6503. Have your say in this program if you be done there with we, but make you talk about how the world view President Bill. Please, just two rules.
I see somebody, I don't read now the comment section. I see Konita Bendu, they say, in I go to Fumoyamba district. Never have they have lights. It's only now we are seeing poles.
Correct.
In our country. Maybe don't they go na Kayamba chief though. I see how the place be there. Exactly. And I all go for gold get lights.
Exactly. So
this is the talk. This is the talk, man. The new direction government. You get for trust the process. When you trust the process, you get development. Because what's in new development now a process.
Well, we don't see Sierra Leoneans then. The development is just too much. But we will get ice then, we ice then continue for open. We will not get ice and probably we get some cataract. We pray that we get an ophthalmologist we go able to take that cataract from we eye. We tell una plenty thank you. Now we get for have your say in this program. Now be an 1 hour program, but we extend them for 1 hour 20 to 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes for una have una say. Brother Pearl, I will get for cancel you. You go talk again about this security sector or system where we don't see guns, we don't see ammunitions, and we don't also see uniforms and boots then where the I don't know from who that then orchestrate time for let them cause mayhem now we country. So but now the phone lines they open. The number now +346 493 6503. We dey expect 3 lucky callers, just 3 for let them get them say in this program so that we all go know wetin President Bio don do and how una sef whosoever una dey. Somebody say they call from Bond Island, somebody say they call from all over the world, wherever you dey have your say. And I know say somebody dey when they Australia also where they listen, have your say in this program. So Brother Pearl Wise, we dey wait for the first very lucky caller. I want make it tell with Salon people then about them things the way we they do. Why should they try for wait for we lucky callers? The number now +346 493 6503. It is scroll at the bottom of the screen. Use them and call. Where you call, we they give you maximum of 3 minutes. In that 3 minutes, you got to be very constructive. We don't want somebody where they can't deliver or cost. We know the cost now. We they talk about the development of Sierra Leone. Now the 2 rules, then that's what I've been saying. So Brother Pear, back to you. Why should they wait for we first caller? Callers, the phone line is open. Stay tuned.
Thank you very much, my sister. Before actually I will try for talk about the question where you lead towards me, I just want to talk about the human rights record in between Mr. Yusuf for talk about.
Yeah, caller, you name and who say you they call from directly, please. Good afternoon on Unity Broadcasting. Caller, you name and who say you they call from? Oh, we they get problem with that connection, but I they see the Sierra Leone flag. Sierra Leoneans then we get a first caller and a Sierra Leone flag I they see, but however we not able to get access to that person. So Brother Pearl, continue for talk.
What have been trying to talk about? We, the people of Sierra Leone, we will be very grateful to the Sierra Leone People's Party. And for some of us, or for all of us in the country, we need for create awareness among the people there. We need for give political education to people there. Yes, Sierra Leone People's Party now in governance. But another rule.
Caller, you name and who say you they call from? Good afternoon, Unity Broadcasting. Caller, you name and who say you they call from? This person they get internet connection, Brother Pear, go ahead.
What exactly are we trying to say? Sierra Leone People's Party not a rule Sierra Leone in isolation. Sierra Leone People's Party they rule Sierra Leone in conjunction with the APC, the C4C, and other political parties.
Caller, you name and who say you they call from? Okay, Brother Pear, go ahead. This one caller, it really, I not say very passionate, one for making comments, but unfortunately in internet not they connect. Go ahead, Brother Pear, and sorry for that interruption.
Yeah. But also we're ready for answer people question. Go we're here for create awareness. Among the people in Sierra Leone. What are they trying to say? Madam Bionana president, and it then now the seat of power because of the Sierra Leone People's Party. But in democracy, like the one we get, we expect say not one party for the run government. And as it is, we get NGC in a parliament, we get APC in a parliament, we get C4C in a parliament. But when we talk about the country and the country human rights record, now we all country, not just about Madabio. What I want to say, the one that went on social media, when they had every day, oh, human rights record by Sierra Leone, oh, human rights record by Sierra Leone, Madabio, SFP, they keep this. It is not true. But I don't want to hear it, like the Secretary General of the APC gets back to the media for 10 people that say, what's it that they talk about human rights record in Sierra Leone? Not true. It's very well aware. Yansane, when our papa and our uncle, aware say the number one pillar for saying the country is democratic, now when you give people then, freedom of speech.
Sierra
Press freedom.
the phone line open. Call and have your say. We dey expect 3 lucky callers. 3 lucky callers. 3 plus 1 346-493-6503. The phone line open for 3 lucky callers. Have your say in the program. Go ahead, Brother Pear. Sorry.
So like Panya Salana, they're supposed to create the awareness among the young people then. For saying what they do, what they talk on the media, it's not correct. People that enjoy press freedom. One of the number 1 pillar for sure that your country is very democratic. The 1965 Public Order Act, where we don't have that country today, for over 40 years, who that can take her off? Now President Bill, because he's a doyen of democracy, a doyen of peace, and a legacy what we get in our country. And we did it. We all did. We see what did happen. We got press freedom today in our country. We got freedom of speech in our country. We make recognize the country as a democratic country. The Universal Periodic Review under United Nations, very recently they review human rights record. Look what we get. We get over 84 to 85%. Former President Ernest Koroma is aware of this, I'm sure. Panya Salana, Secretary General of APC, aware of this, I'm sure. But they sit down, then bubble them, then picking them, then they're up, then they talk off country about human rights, but we not care about that. We, the people that see we don't say we got freedom in our country. The international system don't say President Bio, and they do everything possible for make sure say people that enjoy the freedom, people that enjoy the human rights in Sierra Leone. Gender parity. President Bio confirmed Sierra Leone for the first time in history. Now only President Bio that make sure say it creates opportunities for women in our country. We'll come back to security. When we get 11 years war in Sierra Leone, when the war started at Kailam, we be say na the Mende and the Kisiden, that they no more for kill, but that they stop, do ya the family in another country. Not only mother Bioka for run that country. Now we all got that country. If we allow boss, if we allow Halala can that country, show now, not to SPP they suffer no more. APC they suffer, NGC they suffer, C for Siga for suffer. The Creole they go die, the Mende they go die, the Tibine they go die, the Lokon they go die, the Shepherd they go die. Who know what Ala in that country?
Caller, you name and who you they call from, please.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to all the way, and I call from Australia. I name Joseph.
Okay, go ahead with your contribution, please.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not getting much for say because I just want, appeal to President Bio for let it continue in good work, because like when all don't talk and all they see waiting na the good things the way they do, not we not hidden. It broadly written everybody they see. It's just too unfortunate because we opposite brothers there. The distractors them, they know they see the good things the way the man they do. But again, I mean that's not part of the journey, Once possible you did in a good way or in a good direction, you must get critics. So then they can constructive. As for we family, they are very destructive, They are very aggressive in their criticism. So I just appeal to President Bio, let just give them deaf ears and continue the good work we do. Like the bridge where they now this place, is it Mabang? They've been under the power for so long. And at that same bridge, then they use for go McKinney for the papi show every weekend.
Caller, I want let you be specific. Would that then? I want to be specific. Listeners.
When I say there, of course, when I say there, na Tolombo the APCs.
Okay, correct.
That are they refer to to as them.
Sure.
Now the APCs. The tell APC been in power. Every weekend they run down go McKinney and at that Point Bridge, then they use for go. They not ever get that mindset. Okay, this bridge is a death trap. Let me fix it. They not drum. But when President Bill take over, just within 2 years, it makes sure say it prioritize that bridge and make one. And then like today, we all they see the stage where that bridge don't reach. So I can understand the level of frustration, the APCs. I can understand the level of frustration because the Sierra Leone people that we don't give them the platform for nearly 11 years. They're not able to do anything good in that country. The only thing that they cares about is for kapu fill them pockets, for save money for themselves, their generations and generations yet unborn. So now when President Biodo can take over, President Biodo on the good trajectory in that country, they say, President Biodo do something for nail the perpetual opposition. So now that makes them they don't become so jittery. They promote when they get them free money. Now, no business as usual. Nothing like that. No free money, no brown envelope.
Okay.
So it's like it's like it's like the daily survivor don't cut off. So for make I go round up the whole thing, I say kudos to the president. They pray for let God give him long life and body, and let God give him the zeal, so that it no go tire and let it just give the distractors the deaf ears. One thing about President Bio in leadership where I don't see, it just sound more like where Super Eagles they play. When are the fans of Super Eagles? When they support Super Eagles? If you not be careful, when they get caught out first before the game they don't, before Super Eagles win the match. When I saw President Bio in style of governance in other country, certain things the way how we can feel say President. I saw President Bio they act not to that way they act. In the way first where everybody don't forget them, it make a boom.
Okay. All right. Caller, we tell you plenty. Thank you. You don't get a very good, you don't give a very, very detailed, review of what you think and from we discussion. Callers, wanna continue for stay with we. We need 2 more callers for the show. Wise, we they try for round up this now 1 hour 30 minutes or 15 minutes program will be done slate. But we also whatever we don't discuss now, we need wanna say. Have your say in the program. So, Brother Pearl, I want to let you continue. Thank you, caller, and continue for.
You're welcome. Have a good day. Yeah. Okay, we'll talk to you later.
Okay, Brother Pearl, continue.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Sister. I've been trying to talk about security. We, the people that will pay attention to security. We know what's going to happen in our country.
Okay, the lines they're hot. I know. Caller, you name and who say you they call from directly? Yes, caller, you name and who say you they call from?
Yes. Good evening. I will call from Iran.
Okay, thank you, caller. And what's your contribution about the topic?
Actually, I'm really impressed with the topic on the deal with, and this they should say Sierra Leone they go in the right direction. And this few years of President Bio don't win, and we don't win Sierra Leone, the international community don't really see what he don't do. And because of what he don't do, now he make any side they recognize them. And we know say Sierra Leone will rise again under the new direction government. Let them just wait small, let them begin to agriculture, maybe boom. Just from now to next year, from December, December. So next year, let them see where agriculture will be. So all the haters then from the APC, we don't give a good deal. How they feel say, they sabi poor, and so God you sabi the word they can talk. They say the more you hate, the more God bless. So you feel say you the police person the way you the police. Even if the country is not able for poor and because that God don't bless, we don't put before once you give them blessings for let you that country go. Nothing we don't go do, we don't go succeed. The opposition then they do all this. So you understand them unless then they not going to come out for talk. Even the civil society organization, they are all APC people. So they never ever come out and talk to the truth. Look all the atrocities already in the cause, the court cable and this, that. One day, one civil society organization will be saying appear pressure for come out and say no, what people what they do in all rights. One day. Okay. But the same way APC been there, then they say they challenge issues. But we know what problem we will move forward. President Bio will succeed.
Okay.
And anybody will still say he gets plan. So we go with any kind of problem that alone like the better all longer. It's not possible because as Sojaman will get yonder.
All right.
Not a civilian, like I not always speak about. Now, soldier man,
Okay.
every day be a tigi
All
for
right.
support.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Call, I tell you plenty. Thank you. We don't get one call from Australia. We don't get a call from Iran. We dey wish for get one call from Sierra Leone now, please. Let we get one call from Sierra Leone when I did the sitting President's Day, and we go try for round up the show now. Would I ever dey Sierra Leone? Okay, we don't get one call plus 222 Sierra Leone. Caller, you name and who say you dey call from, please. They get problem with connection at Sierra Leone.
Okay. I see the Human Rights Commissioner, Mrs. Patricia Nasu Danema, right, say.
Okay.
Now under the life I dey read am, he say he has expect.
Go ahead, but Sister Rachel.
Okay, then he get from which say. Oh.
Okay. Caller, you name and who say you dey call from, please. Go ahead, Sister Rachel. Caller, you name and who say you dey call from.
Nina Noah, they call from Sierra Leone.
Okay, Nora, thank you very much for calling on the show. Waiting at your contribution about the topic where we discuss. You know, the very last caller, we know say we don't discuss some topics now. Yeah. Give me your last caller, please. Contribution. Caller, go ahead and give your contribution, please.
Okay, I want to tell you plenty thank you, of course, for the program indicating Sierra Leone also.
Okay.
I'm waiting one for telling you that indeed APC no good for this particular country. The one for try for create a chaos, but all the hala way that they make now this country now fake and now no more than they come. We there with peace, we there with the safety. Of course, we there with a heavy security protection. So any hala way that they make for this now this particular country now fake, now lie, and of course they're not good for themselves and they're not good for this country. Now it make APC business. We like me say what they talk so. Definitely, I like how PQ I don't born now. I they tell them say they don't let development, and of course they don't let no progress for this particular country. So we they talk to the young generation the way they come. For me, they're not full at all. Like how they want full them, but of course they don't create awareness. We like this awareness when I don't create so for we with the young people they listen they would make sense this particular term. Would make sense but when I talk them way when they give us Sierra Leone. Of course we say kudos to una and indeed we go follow una when a direction the one they give it. Indeed we want for telling us thank you for when they create center awareness there to we the young people to make me understand how the SLPP they go on inshallah.
Okay.
Of course I deal with SLPP full force. From me.
Okay, brother, I tell you plenty thank you. Before you drop your call, you say you call from Sierra Leone. You want to assure we within at the diaspora that the security system is tight, right?
The security system is tight one, mama. Tight one. We don't get no problem with Sierra Leone. When I rest assure.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much, Sierra Leoneans. Now, in be the last lucky caller. I don't take the call out of the call. We tell una plenty thank you for going to get una say. We get boku messages then. But for now, Sister Rachel, go ahead with the message where you read.
Well, not a message. The public.
Okay.
The Human Rights Commissioner, Mrs. Patricia Nasu Danema, post under the life. He say President Bio has respect for human rights. The country was highly commended for its human rights record during the UPR review process. Removal of the death penalty, repeal of the seditious libel provision, setting up a stand-alone ministry for gender and children's affairs, women and children's focus to be specific, setting up the model courts to deal with penetration of rape and sexual penetration. Okay, Mr. Joseph, we talk about that. one-stop center for victims of rape or sexual penetration, free education, giving access to all, a lot more. So these are the Human Rights Commission, and I in the talk so Mrs. Danema na impose this in the watchway way Pell and Mr. Jusu will dilate on the human rights thing the way president don't do. So these are the things where president they do when they go big, where the things that they do now they call for things that we would get inside.
All right. I tell you plenty. Thank you, West Sierra Leoneans. Then, so any good thing we go get for council and end. We tell una plenty. Thank you for them 3 callers. Then we call one from Australia, one from Iran, and Sierra Leone. And we thank God we brother we call. It don't give we assurance say security is tight. Nothing they happen, no bush shaking, and anything will happen from the other caller from Iran. It say then go up like where we brother can see. If una shake we go up. So now me guessing I wonder we try for give we last word then and round up, give you overview of what we don't talk. And let we try for roundup. I want to start with you, Brother Jusu, the new man on the show.
Yeah, thank you very much, Sister Elizabeth. Yeah, we'll discuss the kind of respect where President Bill gets now the international world and how that they trickle down to the last Sierra Leonean. One thing we just kind of in mind, is the appointment of Maria Miata Samba to the International Criminal Court as a Supreme Court judge. That is a very big issue. And when President will recommend that Monday will run against other people from other parts of the world. But now he emerged victorious. Why? Because when President Bill endorsed, that endorsement, they go a very long way. And as a matter of fact, I will forget for telling us now the chairman for the Peace and Security Council of the African Union. Yes. So, but we're not peaceful. You don't become a chairman of a peace council. So we get a lot where we don't get enough time for share as to how much impact this man don't make in the world. And as I say, President Bio, now the president will think locally and he acts globally.
Then another phrase what I don't learn today. President Bio thinks locally and acts globally. That get for be with signature phrase Naya. He thinks locally and acts globally. That's good. Go ahead and round up now. Why would it try for exit the show? Thank you there.
Yeah, so thank you very much for the opportunity. I hope we'll continue to explore other avenues then. We say Sierra Leone don't they make an impact. I so feel good. We just come right live on this program. I can't discover say me passports, me Australian passport. We at one time now being trashed. It is the 64th valuable passport in 2021. I mean, I feel so good about that, and I will commend the people that are immigration for the stringent measures that they don't put in place for make sure their passport they will only go out to Sierra Leoneans. Thank you very much, Elizabeth.
Wow, thank you so much, Brother Albert Jusu, for that wonderful contribution and your contribution where you can do today at the show. Your explanation for say Sierra Leone with passports don't become so valuable.
Even at the first
and at the very first thing that's what I don't hear. So when I can go on the internet now and search for no say Sierra Leone with passport don't so valuable, don't they among the topmost passports then we value in the international world. Thank you so very much, Brother Jusu. Now make I go to you, Brother Per, make you give a roundup statement.
Thank you very much, Miss Sister. I want for me to put them back home in Sierra Leone. They know say them picking them brothers, them put them within the United States. They're very focused. They want to know what did happen in Sierra Leone. And then they support the leadership of President Bill. Very recently, where we get this COVID with the ambassador who organized American Ambassador Abubakar Sidikwai, we call inside the politician. He not draw line for no political party. He said that Sierra Leone in the South, and they are for serve the people of Sierra Leone. It make the embassy accessible to all Sierra Leoneans within the United States, because now that's not the direction of President Bill. Ambassador Sidikwai, he bring together Sierra Leoneans, irrespective of any political party. They're able to put money together, will be $7.5 million. Then buy materials and buy medicine. When we get COVID, they send a container to Sierra Leone. For people that want to suffer in Sierra Leone. You when they say President Bio now they do good, the people that are United States here, Sierra Leoneans, they respect what the President Bio do. We tell them thank you for that. In all this stuff though, Sierra Leoneans here in the United States, they come together back. They support the 60th independent anniversary of the country. They're not saying because now SMPP then have power, but they admire the leadership of President Bio. Whatever happened, pockets of oppositions will must stay. But they are showing us, President Bio, they respect our United States, the Sierra Leoneans and I, they respect them. The most recent one, yesterday or day before yesterday, we've been in Boston, Massachusetts. The Sierra Leonean community, where Mr. Joshua just talked to, now we will host. We will get NGC at the meeting, we get APC at the meeting, we get community leaders at the meeting, because it concerns Sierra Leone and the leadership of President Bio. They have respect to President Bio. If you see the people that had them crowd, they come together for think Sierra Leone, think Sierra Leone. Opposition, please, we will give people a chance. Make President Bio bring the goodies there for we in Sierra Leone. It don't tell all the suffer. One last one, security. The family them, we are not sure though, they won't come for come burn Kenny again. They won't come for come burn Kono again. They won't for come burn down Freetown. The people there. They want to go burn down Bo. They want to go burn down Kainau. Now we don't get for suffer. You do for them. And they beg una. Una open una eye. Make we create security for our country. They want to come drive on the command of course. Disposable money on they make it. They want to come pull on the command the PZ. Disposable money on they make it. Because they just want power for can teach the country. Not to Nazi. They don't mean no good for we. That's really. But we're not going to brief for them. They are showing and say the military, the army we get today, it's never like before. This one, they are very patriotic, they are very loyal to the people of Sierra Leone. It's not just President Bio. The military, the army we get, they're very loyal to the people of Sierra Leone. They're determined to create security for the people of Sierra Leone. I tell you plenty, thank you. Thank you very much, my sister.
All right, Brother Per, that's a very good one, well explained and well detailed. Now, I go to you, Sister Rachel, while we did try for exit. We plan was 1 hour, 30 minutes.
Okay, me fam with the una with the watch me. I just want to dilate and expand on what thing we don't do as a government and what thing President don't do. These 3 years we don't in power and up to today. This is what they talk to you so. So we now at 4:46 p.m. Usa ide na salon na 8:46 p.m. It go to 9 o'clock na net. 1. President, you don't make increase in revenue authority revenue. Immobilize and they will they get revenue. Since we take power, we know they get much donation, so like much money we grants and when they come. The only thing when they come what they get are because of what in be done they do. Then they see they begin pour in money. Not like that government they be the APC government be the power the money they be the come. Okay. We get improved expenditure management control. We get the relaunch of the credit facility where the EFC, the International Monetary Funds, and IMF when they put together for do. We mobilize the budget support system together and improve also the debt management. The debt will be get where the country be get where APC we don't take. The SPP able for pay for them debts and they where we then are able for get free grants and when they can inside. Also we restore the economic credibility. When I see the money they pour on the country because the country don't get credibility in terms of economic development. Pelto can say before IMF, World Bank, they don't want to come on the country, but now we see they don't come, what they do. Also, Sierra Leone skill development project don't improve. We see say we get small school them. Why go December Siam? People in the plan for do this and they do that for young people when they're able for go na higher learning institution. Also, the second productive transparency support grants. We get them, we don't get them under this government too. Then 21% of the GDP go to the free education, quality education. When we main flagship program, the new direction program. Then 30% increase what we don't do to the teachers and salary. And also we commission 48 hospitals, even though we get problem at the health system because shortage of staff and also something that we forget at the health system will not get. But they're able for commission the hospital and they for some side they people are able for access to hospital health facility, they're able for better. And also now the army, the government able to recruit 300 female army them and also approve 106 schools all across the country so that we flagship program will be successful. And in new direction through the MCC, we able for win the $400 million dollar grants what we don't get. And also we able for construct 150 schools. And as we don't talk, we able for get that 8.7 billion euros from the ceremonial thieves then our APC. This is the only thing what the government they do. We put under the year. Not all the cinema small thing on social media. Who are they on social media? The one of them don't benefit from the past government, and the one on the social media where no one they go salon. Do you have me family there? If not they salon, not they send it where they go wrong. People in the court, they will not report to the government. Allow not trust this government, long not voting this government back because what they do? Government are continuity. If anything happen, the government come on, other government can they give us all take up the end. But this government they for no for come on. This government they for stay. And this program when they get so now therefore go they get them. As time they go on, when election time for approach, we for go to do a morning center and net. Therefore get different people in the camp for camp propagate and also for let you know what the government they do. We not talk for let we talk and say because of we na SLPP. No, they talk because of we na Sierra Leonean and we see good thing for the country. If not talk prosperity go judge me. This are the new direction government where you get for trust the process for developmental process. We go take time. We'll be able to build the country together in future. Salona one country again, and Salona for we all. I tell you all thank you. Tata soon again next week.
All right, then I'll be with Sister Rachel. Honor we give in your last word. Sierra Leoneans, I tell you plenty thank you. Just like where me guests and don't say, no one person not go able for make Sierra Leone. Now where we all join hand together, put hand together, then Sierra Leone will be a paradise. It will be a better place. President Bio don't make Sierra Leone very sexy. We don't see education and flagship program how it don't make tremendous effort. We don't see how it is able for retrieve money from the thieves of the APC government. We don't see how it don't make security very tight. Even though the civil society and the APC government and leaders in opposition, none of them not ever come out and cry down any of the atrocities that way they happen in Sierra Leone or make a comment about that. We don't see how former President Koroma said they try for make trouble in Sierra Leone. We don't see the activities of Paulo Conte and the honorable member of parliament, where Mr. Conte, where then they try for cause trouble. Because of that, Sierra Leoneans then, I wonder we all come together. Let we think Sierra Leone like where Brother Pearl say. Let we think Sierra Leone, let Sierra Leone be a paradise for we. We not get no other place. Some of we will sit on there. One day, anything you do, you get for go home one day. Anything you say, you not get no other side where you they go. For sake of that, me na be una host and presenter, Elizabeth Kefwe Fabe Nilgembe. Una continue for stay to the tune to this show anytime we can live. We dey live on Facebook, Unity Broadcasting. You can click and like the page so that whenever we come on air, you go get the notification. We get with YouTube channel as we done we upload we videos then day so that you will not get Facebook you can able for watching. We also get we Unity website. You can go now website and see with videos there and see what in the government say do. As election they draw nearer, we dey try for partner with radio stations that we dey in consultation. Unity we come for stay, we not come for just brush out like other media houses. This night television house, not so only a Zoom house where you they go live on Zoom. This night television house we come for stay. We will continue for updates now with a lot of programs where they come on. We get Kutubu Kroma where they come on every Tuesday with political history. We get Attila where they come with defeating the lies of fake people. We're not the APC then. We get social media, Unity social media review where we get group of well-meaning Sierra Leoneans that we can come together. That's they come on every Saturday. And then we get hot topics. The topic of the day, the topic of discussion for the week, we can round up and bring and come. So una follow we make sure say Salon be a paradise for we. Una continue for glue on, we app, una watch for we app where they can Unity Broadcasting app we go there on Android. It go also there on the iPhone and the iOS. Una stay tuned and no say Unity. We aim now follow we propagate the good work of President Bill. There is no one Sierra Leone more than Sierra Leone that we have. Nobody no can make Sierra Leone for me and you. We go try very hard follow we accents and not change so that when we go can Sierra Leone, we family then go no say yes this is one of me. We not go come with a fake accent. We not go come with a fake identity. We not go come with a fake personality. So till we meet again, me na be una host and presenter Elizabeth Kefwe Gembe. When I enjoy small with signature music, whilst we dey exit the show and we will come back next week. Tata.
Unity Broadcasting Television don come for unify, sensitize, and inform Salon people home and abroad. Unity Broadcasting TV don come. For developments now we country TV. Unify, sensitize, and inform we all. For developments now we nation Salon. Unity Broadcasting TV don come. For developments now we country TV. Unify, sensitize, and inform we all. For developments now we nation Salon. We na independent media house. We dey here for unify, sensitize, and inform Sierra Leoneans home and abroad.
We dey here so for talk, but wetin dey happen? Political